Maturity is being able to hear something undesirable about your in-group and view it objectively instead of defensively. What do you mean by that?
Well, it seems to almost be one of the foundational problems of everything is that we cannot hear anything undesirable about a group that we belong to. And so, if we think about race now, we're only willing to accept the narrative, or we're only willing to look at the part of the story that focuses on systemic and institutional racism. Any of the other potential causes for, a certain level of Black underachievement, or, the lack of progress in certain areas is, you're not allowed to do that, because we're not allowed to acknowledge that any problem could potentially, start at home. And I just think people on the left can't do that. There's people on the right who can't acknowledge the more unsavory elements of, the ways many people from their camp do things. Feminists may not be able to contend with some of the ways that women work to make their situations just as difficult, or the ways that women are raising boys, or whatever it may be. We just want to outsource blame constantly. And because of that, I think it makes conversations very stagnant. And it's just, again, it's quite anti-curious to me. I try to be of the mindset where, because I prioritize curiosity above many things, and that has its own issues. But anyway, sometimes if someone was to say something even negative about me, before I get defensive, I'm just like, interesting. I wonder, I wonder if this is true. And I'm more likely to interrogate it first. And I just think if we were able to look at something with more curiosity than defensiveness, I just think we'd be in a better position. But I think we can only do that if we recognize that having undesirable aspects of our communities, of our groups, doesn't make them bad. Doesn't mean that you're a wrong person. It just means that, here's something. Here's a little texture, But I think we just see everything as either good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I agree with very deeply. And it just seems, it seems obvious to me that just like a person can have flaws and imperfections, and maturity in the case of an individual is an ability to see your own flaws and always be curious about them. Like if your significant other, if your partner says like, hey, you have this thing that you always do and it makes me feel bad, maturity in that moment is the ability to say, wait, are they right? Let me think about this. And maybe they're not, but maybe they are, right? And I think we all recognize that that's true of the individual case. But when it comes to groups, it seems people are unable to do that.